1-0, 4-2. Well, the Rains were not concerned with the massive effort it took for Test cricket to make its return, as the West Indies and England had to endure nearly 3 hours of delay before they could take the toss in the first test of 3 matches series between both teams in Southampton. When they did get to the middle, England won the toss and chose to have a knock. 10 balls into the contest, Shannon Gabriel knocked over Don Sibley's off stump with no score on the board. The match is currently suspended due to rain, again with England on 35 for 1. In some community sports, up at the Tyro Recreation Ground in Buckmalatris on Tuesday night in the Montego Creations Tyro Sports Club over 45 win ball tournament, X-Men defeated Clubhouse by 4 wickets. Clubhouse managed 71 for 9 batting first, but X-Men stuck to the task and got to 72 for 6. Alex Fredericks got an all-round match-winning performance with the X-Men, taking 2 for 13 in his 2 overs and got a quick-fire 12 at the crease. Tonight, Jagan United and Bluffers will face off against each other from 7 p.m. Both teams fell short on the opening day in their first match against Hit and Run and Montego Drifters, respectively. Finally, in some international football, Norwich will more than likely be facing competition in the Championship Division next season after Watford came from behind to fashion a 2-1 win over them on Monday. Chelsea held off fellow London club Crystal Palace to win 3-2, and Jamie Vardy scored a late winner for Leicester City against 10-man Arsenal for that game to end at 1-1. Today, the early game features Wolves versus Sheffield United, Newcastle traveling to Manchester City, and West Ham hosting Burnley. All 3 games are just about to begin. The late game will see champions Liverpool away to Brighton, Albion and Hove from 3:15 p.m. Over in Spain, Celta Vigo didn't help themselves to move away from the relegation zone in La Liga after they lost to Atletico Madrid 1-0. Valencia picked up a win in the 89th minute to beat Valladolid 2-1 in that match. Barcelona will go into action today. They will be taking on bottom club Espanyol from 4 p.m. Prior to that, 2 games are set to begin at 2:30 p.m. Getafe meets Villarreal and Real Betis faces off against Osasuna. AC Milan are having an ordinary season for their standards this season in the Italian Serie A, so it did come as a shock when they scored a 4-2 win over league-leading Juventus on Tuesday. Lazio didn't help their cause in chasing Juventus as they dropped their second game in succession, losing to lowly Lecce, who stepped out of the relegation zone with a 2-1 result. Genoa will have a tough go in trying to leap out over Lecce and put themselves out of the relegation zone when they take on Napoli this afternoon at 1:30 p.m. And Torino are trying to separate themselves from the relegation trouble when they take on relegation-dwelling Brescia from 3:15 p.m. And that was a look at your Street Sport Report, courtesy O'Neill Car Rentals of Tobago. Stay tuned for more news right here on the Street 919 FM. We have a news brief at 2 p.m. and another at 3 p.m. before our next major newscast comes up at 4 p.m.